What? Look at this. An octopus. An octopus is washed up here. This is crazy. And it's alive. So now that I see it's alive, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna put it in to this bucket right here that I've got. And I'm gonna try to bring it back to life. It's like freezing cold out here. And I think that's one of the problems why it's out here. But it looks like it's moving to me. And so I wanna be able to get it to where it's back in the water. Okay, so here's my bucket. And I'm not gonna throw it just back in the water because I don't think it would survive. I think it would, like, something's actually like really wrong with it. And whenever we get really cold, I've seen this before, but whenever we get really cold water, and the water right now is, I don't know, it's probably in the low 50s, something like that. But usually when I find these octopus, and this is a common octopus, Octopus vulgaris is the scientific name, but whenever I find these, they're usually all white. This one actually has its color. So let's pick them up by the mantle and put them in the water. And I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna take it home, get this water warmed up. I've got an aerator. Maybe I could even get some crabs or clams or, you know, something for it to eat. They eat all kinds of things, and see if we can bring them back to life. Maybe I'll keep them for a few days till the water warms up and then release them at the jetties. Normally that's where you would find them, is like at the jetties. So I guess I'll update you once I get this thing in warmer water and see if we can get it to move around. Okay, got home. Let's take this octopus inside so we can get it warmed up, and we'll see what the wife says about bringing an octopus home.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
I got an octopus.
No. Honestly? That thing's gonna
You want to check out the octopus?
strangle you. Oh
Lift
my
it up
gosh.
right there.
Rosie, do you want to eat it? Oh, this is... I can't.
Yeah, it's just suctioned on there.
Holy, that is huge. Oh, that's ginormous, Mom. Mom.
That thing is so much smarter than us, it's gonna crawl out of there
No.
and strangle us.
No, this is huge.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, so I put the little guy in here just to see if we could get him to warm up a little bit. So I'm in the sunshine, it's cool, it's like in the 50s temperature-wise out here. But it looks like he's getting some color back and actually moving around a little bit. And so I'm gonna leave him in here for maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to see if the heat will warm him up a little bit. Then we're gonna put him back in the bucket and then take him to the jetties and see if we can release them. I'm gonna tell you a few things about this. Octopus are very cool animals, and you don't get to see them that often because why? You know, they really mimic their surroundings. They're in the water. They don't come up on dry land, so you don't see them that often. But a couple of interesting things about it. Octopus is actually the genus name. So, you know, if you don't know anything about scientific names, they're like Latin names and they name things certain ways. So now you know one, your first one. And then vulgaris is the species. So Octopus vulgaris is how the scientists would say this one is. But we call it the common the common octopus. The mantle is the head part right here. It's got its eyes. They actually have gills to breathe. And like you would expect, there's 8 arms. And they've got all these suction cups all over them, actually about 2,000 suction cups. And that's how they're able to grab on to what they eat, which is mollusks, crabs. They're carnivores, so really anything. Their mouth is located right here on the bottom. So very interesting. the other things, they have 3 hearts. So I was talking about the gills. So they have one on each side of their bodies for pumping blood to the gills. So 1 heart for the right side, 1 heart for the left side. And then they have another heart that pumps water throughout their entire body. So 3 hearts, 1 stomach, 2 eyes. Woo, man. They don't have any ears, so they can't hear. These are actually found worldwide. So we have them here in the Gulf of Mexico. It's one of the best studied octopuses in the world because of how common it is around the world. Of course, you know, they have an ink sac. So they have a gland that has ink, and they can use that whenever they're trying to, like, say something comes up to try to eat them, they can actually shoot that ink out and then get away. They also have a venom. So whenever they're eating like a mollusk or crab or something like that, they want to be able to stun it so that it's not moving around on them. So they put that venom in them and it slows them down. They have a beak. So this beak is what is able to them to be able to get into shells, you know, to be able to eat the meat out of it. But, okay, now the females can actually lay 300 to 500,000 eggs. And they will stay by that mass of eggs until they hatch, which is around 4 to 5 months. So that's dedication right there, really wanting your offspring to survive. And why do they have so many? Because probably very few of them actually survive. Okay, so we've got our little guy that's been in here for about five minutes or so. Got a little bit of movement. I'm worried that this is really small here because of the amount of oxygen they need. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the big bucket of salt water, and then I'm literally 3 minutes from where I'm gonna drop them off. So let's go ahead and take them out of here. Oh, look at that. Wow, look how big the guy is. Let's put him in here. Yeah, there we go. Moving around nicely. I think he's ready. Okay, let's go release him. Okay, made it to the jetty. Let's go release this octopus. I see some shallow areas here around the rocks where it'll be able to get in there and be protected. Now you always want to be careful out here, and I would not suggest getting out here. There's a lot of algae, real slippery, especially if you're barefoot. There's barnacles all over the place, real dangerous. Of course I'm doing that, but I always tell people don't ever do what I do. Do what I say, not as I do. All right, let's release this octopus. Oh yeah, breathing nice in there. Oh. Okay. Come on, little buddy. Good luck. Look, he's right in there, getting right in those rocks. Okay, well, looks like it was a success. I can't even see him now. He went right in those rocks. That's it for this episode of Beachcombing. Hope you learned something new about the common octopus, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.